You are not the chosen one. You are a bum. I've been wanting to make this video for a while, just because of the fact that I see so many of these weird, like random like feeds online, shorts, and then I also see videos saying, "You are the chosen one. You are meant to be." It's just massive cope. It's basically you're basically showing the algorithm that you're kind of a loser, and you're very sad. Which is I mean we all have our low points. Like I'm a loser. I consider myself a bum. It's all right. But you have to realize that if you see those type of videos, it means you really gotta get your life together. The key point blank. Because a lot of people really you get to a low point in your life where you watch these chosen one videos, right? You click on the video, and then people are like say click star emoji, and you see like 500 people like star emoji, star emoji, star emoji, and I feel kind of bad. But at the same time, you have to like really think about it for a second, and you kind of like feel you kind of feel more sorry than kind of cringe, or feel like kind of corny. Because I feel like for those people, they just kind of give up. They have like no hope, so they just kind of like they say that and like, oh, let's I want to feel good about myself. Which is, I mean, positive affirmations is a good thing, but if you kind of watch those videos as your like dopamine spike rather than trying to actively change your life, you're just kind of is this like a negative feedback loop to yourself. And like example, a lot of these tarot readers like claim that your life will get better by if you pull a certain card, which doesn't really make any sense if you think just logically. I mean, if you could use that tarot card as a motivation to like try harder in your life or you keep pushing yourself, but I think that if you just watch the video and don't take any action, your life's not going to change. And then you get mad at the tarot card or the YouTube video, and you're just kind of like, why is my life not getting better? This random person, said that. Well, they're all it's a generic reading or generic video, so it can be vaguely applied to you. So it's not, but the issue with these videos is that a lot of the time it's like vaguely, it's like directly. They want the viewer to be pretty much thinking like directly for them, but the problem is with that is that a lot of those it's vague, so it can be widely consumed by anybody that watches it, or even kind of relate to that situation. And in my opinion, you really just have to like figure out what makes you happy, and rather than relying on validation from random people online, which will never bring you happiness. And I think a big thing I saw was like love. They want a relationship. They feel lonely, but I feel like a lot of times, like, even if you do get a relationship and you hate yourself, you'll still feel lonely because maybe a relationship at the time would pretty much what it would do pretty much at the time was would fill a temporary hole of emptiness. But if you hate your life, you don't work a fulfilling job, you'll still be miserable. And for some people, that's all they need is a happy relationship, which is great. But if we go by the statistics, most people don't have that. Most people are very dead marriages, or they're not in happy relationships, or they're single and lonely. Um, but I just think that we really need to. Everybody that probably watching this has an issue of like wanting to feel special because you see people online, they have all this money, they're successful, so you feel like shit about yourself. So you watch these videos to say you are the chosen one. You see you're this, you're special. I mean, which is good to like to make you have better self esteem, but you're like also neglecting the fact that a lot of you are probably lonely. Why you don't really have any hobbies, you don't have a fulfilling life or friends. And I think it's important for I feel like I feel compelled to say it because I feel like a lot of people get stuck in this cycle where they think that they need to pretty much tell themselves the reality, which is not even true. And if you believe in these children one videos, that's your deal. I'm not gonna like tell you to stop, but please let this be a sign for you that if you start taking action in your life rather than like watch my videos, like, oh, I resonate with this message, and then you just go to the next video, you're just kind of wasting your life away. And I wasted my life away too. For example, I pretty much wasted my entire high school and college years in my room being miserable and depressed because I felt lonely, I would drink, and I had no friends. And I wasted my youth on YouTube. I'm 23, I'm not like 35 or anything like that, but I have a lot of regrets and like what ifs. And I feel like that I feel like compelled to tell you all don't even though I'm probably younger than some of you and maybe even older than some of you watching, just don't waste your life like I did. Because most people on their deathbeds always have a regret. No one really ever is satisfied with their life. So don't. So if you're close to die, if you're when you're like, whenever your death may be, or whether your time may come, please don't take your last breath with regret. Please take your last breath with happiness and satisfaction with the way you wanted your life to be. And obviously, life's not gonna be perfect. We all have our ups and downs. And with the way the world is easy to become negative about yourself. But I think also adopting toxic positivity mindset is not healthy for you either. I think you just need to kind of get grounded with reality because it's so easy to escape. Like I'm not saying that you just need to be like a boomer and say pick yourself up by the bootstraps. That's not what I'm saying. It's easy to get warped into a fake reality that doesn't help anybody at all, not even yourself. Everyone makes big tech worse. You go on Discord or Instagram or cosplay as like a character on Twitter. You're delaying the inevitable of you being even more miserable. And I know my opinion may be kind of harsh and rash, but I think that I just been seeing like a lot of doomer content on YouTube because it's easy because a lot of people are feeling just like crap about themselves. It's so easy to feel like crap with all the negative information you see online. But I feel like I'm just kind of I feel easier. For me, it's easier to post about like kind of figuring stuff out rather than doom posting. Even though doom posting is easy to make a lot of money on. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like if you wanna like live your life, you gotta be yourself and authentic, not play a character. If that makes sense. So yeah, I think a big thing for you all watching is it's okay to watch it a bit, but usually there's a theme. Like if you're actively watching yourself watch these videos, like take notes of what you're thinking at the time subconsciously. And I feel like your emotions are probably more on the negative side. But I guarantee you, if you live a fulfilling and more positive life, you aren't like miserable. I can guarantee you that you won't really ever go back to this type of content ever again. And I mean that 100%. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you soon.